You are now tuned into Taste My Naked Truth podcast. I am your host, Cosmic Waters. May my words inspire you and remind you to remain true to you as you walk authentically in your truths, dripping self-love and unapologetically choosing you. Hello, naked truthers. Welcome back. It's been a little while. And what's funny is I actually have an episode that I have not uploaded yet from May. And it is beautiful. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, some of you may know that I used to have a blog. I actually still do. I just don't write on it anymore. And I've been thinking about revamping it and bringing it back to life, right? And I just may. However, recently I have begun to tap in with Substack. Now, I've been on here for a few months, but I just hadn't done anything with it other than read other people's submissions. And so I was inspired to write again. And I would love to share something that I wrote on my Substack with you all. And so my page, if you would like to find me on Substack and join me, is called Meet Me at the Water's Edge. Or you can find me under Cosmic Waters. Either or should bring me up. And so, if you ask, what is the water's edge, right? Think of it as simply being the shoreline. When you're at the beach and you're standing there, you're not too far deep in. You still have the sand beneath your feet, and the water just gently washes up against your feet. That's what I consider the water's edge. Right? It's an invitation for you to rest, to pause, to embrace stillness, to relax, to allow the water to take away any and everything that is heavy, even if only for a few moments, to embrace the joy, the healing that the water brings, the rejuvenation, the renewal, right? It's allowing yourself to stand there or sit down and reflect, to go within, to return back to yourself. That's what the water's edge is about, to just show up as who you are with nothing else being required of you, to just simply be you. That is it. It's a place to reset, to just let it all go. And that's what the water has always done for me. It takes away everything. It fills me back up. It lights me up. It takes away the heaviness and replaces it with joy. I am a water baby. I will always love the water, and the ocean will always be my home. And I want to share this piece. I titled it, The Art of Returning to Yourself. Sometimes returning to yourself begins with remembering you never truly left. As I walk this path of motherhood, I'm reminded the me I used to be was never truly lost. She was suppressed. I struggled to integrate her with the identity of mommy. I struggled with who I was becoming because I held so tightly to who I was in fear of losing myself if I let go. Not realizing that letting go was the way to successfully walk into motherhood, to start brand new with a blank canvas, to learn myself again, this new me. I suffocated her as she tried to emerge, and it created so much internal chaos and depression until I finally decided one day to fully embrace her and all that she came with. It was the end of my old self and the beginning of a new version of me. I was in the realm of becoming, the realm of healing, unraveling, and being stripped naked of everything that served as a weight for so long. Motherhood showed me the many ways in which I abandoned myself long before becoming a mother. It exposed the ways I neglected myself, the ways I lacked nurturing, care, compassion, grace, and unconditional love for myself. It sat me down face to face with wounds I had turned a blind eye to, pain I thought I healed, layers I told myself I pulled back and sorted through, only to find out there was so much more that I needed to release and tend to. Pressure was applied, refinement occurred, and my peace was eventually restored. The past couple of months, after 2.5 years, I have seen me again. I've danced with parts of me that are my core essence. Integration has successfully taken place, and I feel more like myself than I ever have. And before I continue, I do want to give a special thank you and expression of gratitude to the one that I call the keeper of the flame, because they have assisted me in returning back home to myself and remembering not only the divinity that I am and that I carry, but helping me to see the light again. Now, moving on. I'm still navigating the art of it all, but if it's one thing that has stuck with me, it's to always create space for the versions of you that desire to bloom. New chapters of life will require you to elevate, to transform, to be birthed and rebirthed by the flames within, and the more you resist, the more life mirrors that resistance to you. If you are currently on the path of figuring out who you are, of trying to integrate a new identity or version of yourself, know that the new you that emerges is not void of the you that you once were. They are simply refined and divinely aligned with the you that is required for the new season or chapter that is currently taking place in your life. Give yourself grace and allow the process to happen. And don't become so focused on how the journey looks that you lose sight of who you are along the way. And if you have molded yourself so much to the point of no longer recognizing who you are to make yourself more palatable to others, understand the huge disservice and dishonor you are doing to yourself. You are not meant to be watered down or digestible, nor are you meant to lack seasoning. Learn to let people choke. It is not your job to cater to their taste buds. Show up fully as you are and stand firm in that knowing so that their identities and expectations of you do not drown out the authenticity of your being. You must not allow yourself to get lost in the opinions, judgments, criticisms, obligations, or expectations of others. Their story of you is not your responsibility to fulfill. However, once you accept the role or character they have scripted in their mind of you, understand that was a choice and you played a hand in your own suffering. No matter the circumstance or the journey, you will find your way back to yourself. I'm rooting for you. Until next time, I'll meet you at the water's edge. So that is something that I wrote a couple days ago. And honestly, I've had a realization since writing this too. For so long, I focused on wanting to return back to the woman that I was before I had a child, right? Oh, I miss her. I miss who I was. And then I had to stop and think and reflect on that. And it hit me yesterday that I don't truly desire to go back to who I was. Not all of her. There are parts of me that I am reintegrating, but there are also parts of me that doesn't get to be in this season. Because when I think about who I was before having baby girl, I was in a place of being emotionally unavailable. I had shifted in a place of apathy. I had shifted into a place of disconnection, right? Disconnecting from my heart. I wasn't allowing myself to truly feel my feelings or emotions, oftentimes suppressing them, not wanting to feel them, literally telling myself to not feel. And so I walked around with a sense of pretending to numb myself, right? And I still felt pain. I still felt the emotions when they arised. But I didn't allow myself to truly process and heal them. I looked for distractions instead. And I just kept suppressing and suppressing and suppressing because the pain became too heavy to bear. My heart was so guarded and not as open as she could be. I had so much armor around her. And I came to a realization that I was viewing life through the lens of pain, of heartache, of disappointment, of betrayal. I had tainted my version of love with the pain that I have experienced. I allowed the purity of my love to be tainted by pain. I began wearing my pain as if it was a cloak, telling myself it was a form of protection. It was a form of sabotage for sure. But I didn't realize that, you know? It just all kind of hit me. And that's the part of healing and growth and transformation and introspection and having a sense of self-awareness. It all comes together eventually. And so I'm at a place now to where it's like, you know what? I'm going to stop saying I miss who I used to be. Because I actually don't miss the parts of me that wasn't open to feeling, that suppressed everything, that was so heavy and weighed down by every emotion. Everything that I wouldn't allow myself to deeply process. I don't miss that. I don't miss how guarded my heart was. I don't miss how I kept running from love, running from commitment, not allowing others to experience me deeply, and not allowing myself to deeply experience others. I ran a lot of times from it all. I ran from what I desired deeply. And it's like, how do you run from what you truly desire? Oh, it is possible. And I have done it again and again and again, while still pleading that I be loved correctly without allowing myself to truly be loved correctly. So while I do miss certain parts of me, there are other parts of me that I'm glad are being transformed and refined, even though it may be uncomfortable as hell. I'm grateful for the transformation, because you see, I'm in a place of openness, of opening my heart, of softening, of becoming, of allowing, acceptance. I'm in a place of allowing myself to truly give and receive love, and no longer looking through the lens of pain. I've taken off the cloak. I've put down my armor. And I'm sitting in a place of tenderness, rawness, openness. I've been allowing myself to feel every emotion that surfaces without trying to overanalyze or overthink it. And it's been interesting. It's been intense. It's been uncomfortable as fuck. But here I am. And the past couple of months have been beautiful, but also challenging. Emotional roller coaster. I have no complaints. I am grateful. So I just wanted to share that piece with y'all. And the other episode that I'm going to upload, the softening, the opening, the becoming, it dives deeper into the transformation with my heart and what that has been like. So stay tuned for that. And if you are interested in meeting me at the water's edge, you can find me in my writings on Substack at Cosmic Waters, or you can simply search Meet Me at the Water's Edge, and I'll see you there. As always, much love. Thank you for your support. Peace.